before joining the Mind Light Way School of Zen, for me, Zen was more of a feeling at calm and like just chill. Then eventually I figured out that Zen was more the ability to effortlessly focus and engage with every moment as it arises. And that's a whole other animal altogether, because now Zen is not just feeling calm. Actually, Zen is not calm at all. That's a misconception. It's not all rainbows and unicorns. It's very intense, because when you start practicing focusing in every moment and engaging with life as it happens in every moment, there's a lot of narratives and beliefs and a lot of things, a lot of thoughts that come up to the surface to be dealt with. In that sense, Zen is not calm, is not peace. It's actually all the opposites of peace, but that's the road to ultimate peace and ultimate bliss. My first answer would be Zen is not just for women. Zen is not just for men. Zen actually transcends all the duality of this and that, good and bad, male, female. It asks you to drop all of your identity, not only how you identify yourself, all of your systems of beliefs and everything, and it asks you to question everything until you know for sure. So in that sense, Zen is not just for women. The problem is in our shared consciousness. When we talk about Zen or a Zen master, we often picture this old Asian male with like a big white beard sitting there drinking tea, looking super peaceful and meditative. But Zen is not just this old Asian guy sitting blissfully and peacefully. Zen is for everybody. Zen is actually useful for everyone in all stages of their lives. Maybe I'm biased because I'm a woman in like my 30s, but especially for women, moms, and people who have different roles and they engage with life in different ways. I think it's even more important to have Zen in your life, because Zen teaches you to really focus and engage with every moment as it happens. And so when I am in my role as a mom, I'm 100% focused with my daughter, being there with her and present with her. When I am doing my real estate job, I'm 100% focused doing my real estate job. When I'm with my friends, I'm 100% focused with my friends. I'm not with my friends thinking about, okay, what am I going to make for dinner? And I'm not doing real estate thinking about like some other things, other areas of my life. With Zen training, I am able to just be present in all areas of my life at 100%. And that's why Zen is useful. And I think as women in modern society, we often wear a million hats. And Zen is useful then because we're able to be all these different aspects of ourselves without having an aspect eat on another aspects of our lives. So it will sound like really simple when I'm going to say it this way, but it's actually really not easy to do. So this teaching appears like often in Zen. It goes this way. When you do the dishes, just do the dishes. Don't think about doing the dishes. Don't think about how doing the dishes feels like. Don't think about, oh, I have to do the dishes while focusing on doing the dishes. When you do the dishes, just do the dishes. This is really hard to do because it asks you to do the dishes without the thinking about what you're doing right now. It's just do it. Often our brains want to make a story out of what we're doing and create a narrative around our activities so we can understand life better. But the true understanding of life comes when we stop creating all of these narratives. That's when the true understanding of life comes from, when we're able to just do the dishes without thinking about doing the dishes, without analyzing what doing the dishes feels like, without telling ourselves, okay, I just have to do the dishes without thinking about doing the dishes. Before I did Zen, I didn't know what I was doing really. You know, it's funny because you can, if you don't have a direction, let's say you're in the US and you want to go to Spain and on a boat. If you don't have a direction, you can be in the ocean for like forever, for years, without knowing where you're going. You're just on the ocean hoping that you will stumble on Spain at some point. So before doing Zen, I was just doing spirituality without really any sort of direction. I was doing spiritual things, but I didn't have a direction. Zen gave me a direction. And it's a simple direction, but it's really not easy to do. And the direction is just do it. Just do the thing. Just engage with life. Just do the activity without thinking about the activity. And that's the whole Zen practice for me. My whole Zen practice is about doing whatever I'm doing without thinking that I'm doing the thing and analyzing what I'm doing. So, for example, I was shoveling the snow yesterday, and for the first 10 minutes, I was miserable. I was like, oh my God, I can't take any more snow. I'm here out, it's cold, it's windy, I'm shoveling snow again. I can't wait for winter to be over. And the Zen teaching came in my mind, I think through the voice of Zen Master Sebastian Rizan in my head, being like, well, you're going to have the same amount of snow, you're going to shovel the same amount of snow, whether you're feeling bad about it and miserable about it, or whether you're just doing it. It's the same amount of snow that we'll be shoveling. So then I was like, how about I just shovel this snow? And then making it my practice to just shovel the snow without thinking about how much I shoveled, without thinking about how I'm shoveling the snow, without thinking about anything, like to just shovel the snow without any thought. And that was extremely hard to do. It sounds very simple, but it's really hard to just do something without thinking about the process of doing it, especially when it's something hard and exhausting and it's cold outside. But anyways, I had a lot of snow to shovel, so by the end of it, I was really able to just shovel the snow without thinking about what I'm doing. For most people, it is hard to do because our brains try and make stories. In our effort to understand the world around us, we create all of these narratives, and this is like that, and this is like this. We attach to things and identities and what we could be doing. We think about the past and the future. I think those are all part of our human experience, to have all of these thoughts in our brain. What helps is meditation. Meditation helps in having a great experience shoveling the snow. It sounds weird when I say it this way, but in meditation, when you sit and meditate, you're practicing returning to this moment over and over again. So you sit and you meditate and you notice your thoughts, you just let them go and you come back to these moments. And that's what you're practicing. You can't really, with sheer willpower, stop your train of thoughts. That's not how meditation works. Meditation works as a practice of coming back over and over to this moment, of letting your thoughts arise and then coming back to this moment. And so when you practice meditation, when I practice meditation, that's what I practice, just coming back to this moment. Then in real life, when I do my activities, then that becomes also a form of meditation, because now when I'm doing my activity, I'm practicing coming back again to this moment where I'm doing the actual activity, instead of letting my brain wander in this direction, that direction, or create stories or narratives about this or that, or attach meaning or value to any of the things I'm doing. Ordinary mind is everyday's mind, is everybody's mind, is a normal person's mind, and it's ordinary life in everybody's life, in each moment's life, as opposed to going to a temple or in a cave and isolating yourself from the world. When we talk about Zen, we talk about ordinary mind, because Zen tells you that the way for enlightenment is through ordinary mind. And what it means by that is by engaging with life, not by isolating yourself, putting yourself in a cave, but by engaging with life in every moment, in ordinary life as an ordinary person. By practicing keeping yourself engaged, by practicing returning to this moment in your activity, that's the path to enlightenment. That's what Zen teaches you, that the path is in the ordinary mind.